he told me to make this announcement that in his website, which is correctly spelled here and is not correctly spelled in the brochure, he has tons of free stuff that you can download, but at the same time he has uploaded his last presentation in the below link, so you can find it. You can find it in his website if you want and if you need to reconsult his presentation. Okay. Now, let me invite our professor from International Islamic University of Malaysia, Professor Dr. Walid Faris, to make his presentation on the role of innovation in strategic planning and quality management in higher education.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good evening. Thank you very much for holding on up till now. The end of the conference is today. I know this is very difficult sometimes to stay up to the end. Actually, my presentation will be on strategic management and quality assurance. And I was planning to talk basically like the brief you have on the new trends in the strategic management and quality assurance, which people are pushing it to the higher education currently. But yesterday, some of our colleagues asked me also to talk about the Malaysian experience. So I condensed my presentation to be two parts, one related to our own experience, and the other one is the new trends. And before we go to the presentation, I don't know if any of you have seen this book or not, Excellence Without a Soul. Actually, this book is an amazing book, and it went unnoticed. It's written by one of the former presidents of Harvard University, and he's talking about the education that it's losing its way, the higher education that it's losing its way. I think this book deserves reading. And I was just chatting with some of our friends here. We had a meeting last year in Malaysia, and we have many rectors, vice chancellors attending from many countries, and many of them were quite pessimistic about the higher education. And one of them mentioned the statement that the next system to collapse after the financial system, the global financial system, will be the higher education system, because there is no major changes in this system. So maybe this is open to discussion. Okay, this is my name, where I am working. It's International Islamic University in Malaysia. I think any of you interested, you can go to the website to know more about us, and also to know more about the system. I will talk a little bit on our office. It's an experience, maybe it would be good to be shared with other universities as well. I'll start by a statement for Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu is one of the greatest strategists in the history, and he has a small book. It's now used as a basic book for strategies and management, Art of War. And he said, all men can see the tactics where I conquer, but what none can see is a strategy out of which victory is evolved. So we can see policies, we can see regulations, we can see procedures, we can see many things, but actually these are not the things that will make you successful. What will make you successful is what's underlying all of this, the strategy, the bottom line of what we are doing. And this is why strategy is very important. Starting with a couple of premises, everybody agrees now, strategic planning and quality management systems are essential tools to higher education. And any university that is not trying to have strategic planning or a strategic plan and not having a quality system, actually this university is committing a suicide on the years coming. So we need to have very clear directions. And we have to have also a very clear quality system to keep the education sustainable for the coming few years. Innovation entrepreneurship is coming up, and we had many presentations on the innovation and entrepreneurship, entrepreneurial universities. We have a discussion yesterday on this one, and also sustainable university. These are premises. I think everybody agrees on this. I'm using the Baldrige criteria framework. It's a system perspective to any organization. And this perspective is very interesting because it focuses on few points that we are going to talk about in the coming discussion. We start by leadership, and then you have strategic planning, and we have three corners: customer focus, workforce focus, and process management. And all of this are mainly related to quality system, and some of them, like the process management, somehow part of it related to strategic management as well. Then you can guarantee result with some underlying measurement, analysis, and knowledge management. This figure is important to have two conclusions out of it. Conclusion number one: any strategic management in or quality system in any organization without the support of top management will fail. Any strategic planning or any quality system applied in any organization, if you hire the best consultant, if you buy the best software, it will not work unless you have 100% commitment of the top management. This is fact number one out of the system. Fact number two: if you'd like to get results, we need to work on the four corners inside here: the strategic planning issue, the customer focus issue, and the workforce focus issue, and also the process management. And to have innovative result, we have to be innovative in these blocks. Of course, there are many frameworks for organization, but this one, I feel I'm more inclined to this one. I am more inclined to this system. For quality and actually strategic management, it's a mindset. It's a mindset. Again, we can have very good commitment from the top management. We can have very good procedures. We can have very good software, many things to be done. But if we are not changing the mindset of the people in the organization, nothing will work. Again, if we don't change the mindset of the people working in the organization, nothing will work. So quality, strategy, both of them, like innovation, is a mindset. We need to work on this one. We need to work on the brains of people to get results. Otherwise, we will not get results. We'll get something like ad hoc results. A bit of our experience in International Islamic University. We have an office. This office is actually taking care of the corporate strategy and quality assurance where I am working currently. There is a vision and mission for this office. We are doing a strategy, and also we have our own strategy inside the university. And basically what we are doing is we are offering service to the university on the top level, on the top management level, and all the units to build their own strategic plans, and also to keep the quality issues. I will mention what we are doing quickly after this. This is how our organizational chart. We are immediately under the Vice Chancellor or the Rector, whatever the name. This is CSQA, is a Corporate Strategy and Quality Assurance. This office started in 2008. Before it was two departments, one for quality, one for planning, and we find there's a lot of problems, so combining them actually eliminated a lot of overlap. And the three functions we are doing is quality assurance, under which we are looking into the academic quality assurance, the QMS, ISO 9001, internal audit. We are also the internal audit for the university. And the Islamization of knowledge, this is one of our agenda. And innovative and creative circle, which is also a very good practice we are carrying out and changed the mindset to some extent. Strategic planning, as usual, and we are applying a framework which is a balanced scorecard framework, and I will mention why in a while. And plus, number three is the data management. This will be performance measurement, institution program management office, and balanced scorecard automation as well. The International Islamic University started in 1983. we started to have our first strategic plan in 2001. And you will see the bottom line of this slide is actually the change in the policies of the higher education in Malaysia. In the beginning, they were focusing on knowledge delivery. So just teaching and learning. All universities just teaching and learning. And then the second phase, they were moving into what they call knowledge construction and discovery. So this was more a little bit of focus on research and development. And currently, the last one, which is a knowledge innovation, the innovation stage. In 2001, as I mentioned, we started our strategic plan, and we adopt the balanced scorecard in 2005 for specific reasons and challenges we have met. And then we have our second strategic plan in 2007, and then we are having our third strategic plan this year. We were just launched a few months ago, early 2012. Our experience with the first strategic plan, we have problems. These problems are basically difficulty in obtaining data. It was assumed that it's easy to get data from the university, but actually we discovered it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. If you want to pull data immediately on specific issues, very difficult. And we found lack of understanding of the outline strategies and plans, so communication with people was not clear. Poor monitoring actions of the execution also as well, unclear responsibilities. So to solve this, we used the balanced scorecard framework. This is by Dr. Kaplan and Norton. This is a very famous tool, strategic tools. We thank God that International Islamic University is the second university in the world after Leeds University in adopting balanced scorecard. And we were in the Hall of Fame actually a few years back because of our adoption of this one. And there's an interesting story. Dr. Kaplan suddenly called our management a couple of years back, and he said, I would like to drop by to visit you. And we did not invite him. Actually, he was nearby, I think in Singapore, something like this. And he wanted to see this strange university in the middle of nowhere applying balanced scorecard. And he wanted to make sure that we are really applying balanced scorecard or not. And he had some good statements, actually, during his visit. The advantage of the balanced scorecard, why we applied the balanced scorecard, because it will give an initial alert notification for the performance issues, also having a very structured mechanism, so it's easy. The integration of all related data sources for calculating the performance, and it helps to communicate the strategy information to everybody. So all of the people know what to do and what are their responsibilities and what are their key performance indicators. So this is a very good tool in this. You can use other tools, but this is our own experience on this line. And we moved after this into what we call the balanced scorecard automation, where we have a system, automatic system for this. I think Sakarya University yesterday, they showed us their own system, and we have a different system working as well. This is our strategy map according to the balanced scorecard. People like to call it the bubbles of the map. So it's usually balanced scorecard will focus on the 4 dimensions: customer, internal processes, and learning and growth, and also financial side. So it's this is why they call it balanced, because you are looking at all the dimension which is crucial to the organization. This is what I mentioned now. We are launching our new one, 2011. The Ministry of Higher Education in Malaysia have many tools now to try to improve the performance of universities. One of them, they call it SITARA and DESITARA. It's an abbreviation in the Malay language. This rating, it's internal rating inside the country for different universities based on the world-class university ratings. In this part, without going into this details, because I know there's a couple of presenters after me, what we are inputting or giving an input to the Ministry of Higher Education are these dimensions: input, the governance, inside the university, how we are governing the university, and we give them also input about the resources, physical and non-physical, talents, the academic staff, students, and we give them also on the processes. It's 40% curriculum design, delivery, assessment, accreditation, monitoring, and the other activities. And finally, the output, employability. It's very crucial now. If your graduates are not employed, nobody will come to you. If your graduates are not employed, nobody will come to your university. So employability is a very important issue. And the graduate satisfaction, employer satisfaction, and graduate students' attributes. Another project also the Ministry of Higher Education pushed all the national universities to go through is the succession planning. This one just last year, and we are starting in it. Some universities are finalizing their plan. We are also about to finalize our plan, and these are the stages we are going through: the recruitment of talents and the talent pool management system and training and implementation. It's easy saying, but actually it's very difficult to apply. In our experience, we are having a lot of issues here. The quality management system, the university used ISO 9000 2008. We applied not as a whole, but we applied to different units in the university. 13 units we certified for ISO 9001 2000, I think this 2008 should be, implementation. These are the units we have, including, these units are both academic and also administrative. So not only academic, it's academic and administrative, all the university, including our masjid, including the mosque. And we have a joke that we are the first mosque in history certified by ISO certification. Innovation and creative circle. This is actually an idea came up related to the quality systems, total quality management. We have quality circles, and people move to what they call innovative and creative circle. These circles, basically, you have a small circle of people, volunteers, in each department, trying to solve small problems. So they sit down together without any formal sitting, and they try to think through ideas, and they come up with a solution, a very simple solution, but it's effective. And the ministry, to motivate people to participate, in fact, they are organizing a kind of a national competition every year for this. So each university will have its own team to participate, and then there will be an evaluation for this issue. This is some of the tools that the Ministry of Higher Education in Malaysia is doing. The last one is related to the, this is in Malay, Plan Strategic Pengayaan Tinggi Negara, the national strategic plan of the country of higher education. This one having something, they call it critical agenda projects. All universities are, they have to report on these critical agenda projects. These projects coming under the thrust of the National Strategic Plan, and they include 22 projects. Of course, innovation is part of it, entrepreneurship is part of it. So each university needs to report what they are doing in this aspect, and there will be an evaluation yearly on this. This project started a couple of years back, and it's improving quickly, and I think it's also fruitful for many public universities, government universities as well. These are the CAPS, we abbreviate as CAPS, the critical agenda projects that we are responsible for as Islamic University. We are looking into it. There are 14 of them. Okay, this is the first part on the Malaysian scenario and some specific issues related to our university as well, just to share experience with everybody. We are trying our best. It's not the best model, but we are trying. We have some success, and sometimes we have some failures, but we are learning through the process, and we are trying to improve. Now this is the core of what I was planning to talk about. There is a big problem with the current strategic planning system. when we talk about strategic planning, we are talking about dealing with the future, understanding the environment, and also determining strengths, weaknesses, SWOT analysis, and the ability to use information collected in the previous 3 points to have appropriate decision. This is very nice. This is the general framework for strategic plan. It's working, but there is a big problem here. There is a big fundamental problem here. This problem, the limiting factors, I will call them. Many organizations' strategic plans are incremental in nature. So we are just extending what we are doing. The strategic plan will end up, I'm extending what I've been doing before. But I'm not doing any disruptive action to improve the system. So what I've been doing last year or in the past 5 years, I will extend it to accommodate new requirement the next 5 years and so on. So this is not innovative, actually. This is not innovative. And the main problem in this direction is, this is why people start to come with innovation strategies, is we are using the same model. We are using the same business model. And this is where what people call now innovation strategy comes in. What determines an innovation strategy is a degree by which you are making changes to the basic business model. What do you mean by the change of the basic business model? I will give a few questions, just sample questions. Am I targeting students who apply only, or should I search for wider audience? Can the university go to the public and try to recruit students? Can the university do this? Or we should wait until students apply to us? And some universities, one of them in Australia, having a very nice experience in this one. It's a small university, but it's a Darwin University, called Darwin University. Another one, should I keep the classical departments like anybody else, or should I have innovative ones? For example, I'm from engineering background, so we have been used to have mechanical engineering, aerospace engineering, electrical engineering. Is this the one that we need currently? Or can we change? Can we mix them? Can we have something new coming out? Can we have something interdisciplinary to come out? This is a major change in the business model that we are doing. Should my classroom management should be the same like other universities? Should I have a classroom to start with? Should I have a classroom? Or can I teach my students in the garden, for example? This is questions need to be answered. Am I offering knowledge only to students, or should I train them on life skills as well? And this is the biggest problem that we are facing now. We have to input the entrepreneurial activities, skills, creative skills, many skills, and for is a limiting factor, will limit your capabilities, will limit your innovation and creativity as well. And this is a basic problem. So it's more like the current quality system, the total quality system, is more adaptable rather than actually leading. So if I follow the current system, I'm adapting to the environment, but I'm not leading the environment. And this is some of the, actually, this idea is not new. It was published in 1994. And unfortunately, nobody looked at the paper by a guy called Hodgetts. It's a very nice work, but unfortunately, nobody looked into it. Now people start to look into it. They said that we need to move from the total quality system to the learning organization and the world-class organization. So total quality approach need to be changed. And, but still, we are struggling with the current total quality approach, which depends on the adaptability rather than having new ideas. Innovative quality approach mindset will state, I am the benchmark. Nobody else is the benchmark. I am the benchmark. So I need to create new ideas, new things that people will follow me. Not I will follow the people. The other one, how can I lead the education quality worldwide? So you need to think a little bit global. Revolutionary or disruptive procedures. How can I formulate my quality objectives to jump into the future? Is my university a good environment for flourishing innovation and creativity? These are some key questions on the new mindset that people are talking about now for the innovative quality approach. Of course, there's a lot to be done, and a lot of ideas are going on, and if anybody following the publication related to quality systems, there's a lot of good ideas coming up, but still away a little bit from the higher education. It's more into the business rather than into the higher education. So as a conclusion on this, the current state of art of the strategic planning and quality management system in higher education is a limiting factor on the way to innovation. We need to agree on this point, that the current system will not give you a full potential to innovate, because you need to adapt rather than to create. You are adapting rather than to create. So you follow, you just follow people. To create innovation, you should have innovation strategies and innovative quality management system. And also, as I mentioned, we need to jump from adaptability to a leading mindset. I will conclude, finish my presentation. I will conclude it with Jalaluddin Rumi quote, "You are born with wings. Why prefer to crawl through life?" So we are born with wings, and we need to use our wings. Otherwise, we are not moving anywhere. So thank you very much for listening. I hope I'm on time.
Professor Faris, thank you very much for your speech, and thanks a lot for using the 30 minutes that you promised you will not exceed. So really, thank you very much. Now, please let me invite Professor Dr. Murat Barkan from Yashar University, and he will be talking to us about future scenarios for Turkish higher education in regard to the demand trends in national and international student mobility.
Evet. Which one is mine? Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure and honor to be here to deliver this speech to you. I've been warned by the presenters that please, being a communication strategist, please make your speech short enough to be understood. And the second mission I have this afternoon, before the final remarks, is to shake and wake you up as much as I can. So I'll try to do my best. If I have the remote control.
No, we don't have a memo.
All right. No, don't.
But I can help you if you need to walk around. I can help you with that.
So it will be a good cooperation with you. Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
All right. What I'm going to speak about is that, do you mind if I take my jacket off? We have a coaching room so-called in Yashar University. What I mean is we have strategies, statistics to analyze what's going on all around the world and inside the domestic market, I mean Turkey. And we've gone through the analysis of many international meetings, global meetings organized by the British Council and the EU, that sort of meetings. And can you hear me now? Do you want me to repeat it again? I'm quite sure you don't. All right. So I'll share with you the outcomes and the results of our Yashar University Design and Strategy Group. The first part of my speech to be covered in 20 minutes is mainly concentrated on international markets. What happens in international markets from the point we look at it? What we see is that the population in the West is decreasing, aging, while the opposite is true for the East. Let's see what happens next. I'm not going to read sentence by sentence, dot by dot here. And I'm quite sure you're all aware that the Western part of the world is aging, honest, and the speed of increase in the population is not as high as before. And it's nearly 0.82%. The speed of increase is in the Western world. But what I could mainly make you focus on is that part. What else? The demand mobility in the global world is a bit changing than before, 10 years ago. The global demand for higher education is reverting to the home countries after the 9/11 effect and the serial economic crisis, one after another. The demand, international demand, the students and the staff, academic staff, are not willing or affording to go to the expensive countries as before. And, just to make it more understandable is that demand has certain changes that it should be cost effective and affordable and quality education, easy job. Simply, the demand once the quality higher education close in culture, close in distance, physical distance, affordable due to the pocket money, and psychologically easy to get oriented. And let's go on with our analysis for the global higher education market. What we can do, what really interests us is that the Turkish-oriented second and third generation in Europe is a good market for Turkey because the European universities are not willing to take most of them. And the other part, Latin America, last year, between 26th of September and 10th of October, I was in that area, and I really tried to put my hands right on the heart of that market and get that understanding that Brazil, not Brazil that much, but from Argentina to Chile, from Mexico, it may be a good market to come to these geographies. And for the Eastern blocs, not all higher education issues are so impressive, but mainly after the collapse of the Soviet bloc business, we call it soft skills in general, soft and liberal skills. Tourism, finance, banking, all that stuff are really good for them to be handled in Turkey. And about the Middle East, you see, Turkey is becoming a serious actor in that geography. And the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, an island with 5 universities and nothing else, is becoming a very strategical place in the activation of the international market movements. In the following 3 or 4 slides, to make it short, as it was ordered in the lobby to me, what I'll be trying to say is that there's a certain change in the direction and the dimension of the brain drain. Right after that, 9/11 and the serial economic crisis, the demand and some part of the Middle Eastern-oriented supply is snailing back to their countries or back to this geography. And I was there in TASA meeting in Washington nearly a month ago, and it was declared by Harry Bloom, the professor of economy in Harvard University, is that things are changing drastically in the Middle East, in the whole globe, and as well as in the east of the world. And do you know? He asked a very critical question. Do you know why do we put so much intention and significance on MA and PhD studies and research? Nobody says nothing. Most probably, he said, you accept it as our will to make more research. And he says, it's a fake. We have no other choices to train our already trained people twice in the graduate studies. It includes a very limited amount of joke inside, but in fact, on the other side, it has a serious reality. The West, the supply of the West, is not attracting the supply and the demand of the East that much as they did before. The things are changing. That's what I was saying. And the global actors and the players in the global geographies are changing now. China is doing well, as India has done before, and now the East and mainly the North Africa, Mid-Africa, Middle Eastern geography and Turkish countries are almost finding a new actor, and that might be Turkey. That's what I'm trying to say. West of Turkey is supply, and east, southeast, and northeast Turkey is demand. And we are a very politically stable, economically well-doing, and reliable country with a strong infrastructure, higher education infrastructure spread all through the country. I mean, the public universities plus the foundation universities together. The yellow bars are demand geographies. The bluish bars are, the yellowish bars are supply geographies. The bluish bars are demand geographies. And the reddish part is the Turkey, right at the heart. Let's look inside our domestic market. We are known to be a fast-growing country in terms of population, and it's not that much for today. And due to the demographic analysis that our Cosmic Room says, after 2006, the rate of our speed for population growth is going down, just like the West. And it will be something around the European or the European scale, in 2020s, I mean 0.82 something percent speed of growth of our population. In 2001, the rate of births and the differences between 2008 and the death rates. This figure there shows how fast we are aging in Turkey. Is it enough shaking, or should I go even deeper? We're not fast-growing country anymore. We are aging as the rest of the world, as we've been joking about. And it really affects all the systematic understanding in Turkish higher education system that around 2017 and 20s, or the 100th year anniversary of our republic, the demand and the supply in Turkish public market will be equal. So there will be no reason to elect or select any students, but to place them to the proper universities depending on their wish. That decrease doesn't bring only the negative implications, but it brings something positive. The red line is the contingents. Please, yeah, that yellow line is, please press 1, the quotation. It will be more than our need. Oops, yes. The increase of the public university contingents and the increase of the private foundation university contingents, something around that number. And it will be even higher in the very short coming period. Long words. What I'm trying to say is, the thing happening in the whole global market is happening right in the domestic market in parallel. So many universities spread out all through the country, and no need for Eastern students to come to West, to Western students going to East to get better higher education. There are good, strong, quality universities in the public area or in the foundation area, either in each part, and every city has at least one university, and that really starts the demand to roll around the country for higher education. So the thing happening in the international market is rightly happening, parallelly happening in the domestic market as shown. Yes, the demand and the supply is getting, it is something positive from an aspect, but if you look in a broader, in a long aspect, it brings some risks that demand and the supply is getting a bit localized. It may be a risk in the coming 5 to 10 years. And I want to conclude with my final remarks about our expectations, our visions for the coming, is that the tendency of the declining student demand, that declination of the decrease of the speed of our growth will grow in the coming future. However, it will bring some quality frustrations, if you like, between the quality of fights between the university, that it is something really very positive for Turkish education and university system.
I'm sorry.
I have 5 minutes more.
No problem.
All right, I'm just joking. All right. The international demand, just Turkey is now right a bridge between the East and the West, so that any demand going from West to East, or East to West, or supply in the same direction backwards, should drop something onto Turkey. I'm just simplifying my speech to make it easily understood.